What's happening, guys? So I've got a reaction to do to a couple of videos, and it's of two men, one's piggybacking off the other, crying. Yeah. Let me just hold on. Give me a second. Yeah. Crying because of Punjabi girls that have gone to Afro Nation saying that they're not wife material if they attend Afro Nation. In other words, yeah, if you're an Asian girl and you're around, you go to a black dominated event or, you know, whatever, you're not wife material because you're gonna get your back blown out. You're gonna get your box run through. Yeah, that's in a nutshell. Just to translate. Yeah. So we've got a couple of potential Asian incels. Yeah, that come online, decide to go on TikTok and think that if they post a video stating how Punjabi girls are not wifey material for going to Afro Nation, notice they don't talk about Glastonbury and nothing like that. They won't talk about white dominated events because they don't mind. When people have problems, when men have problems with their women dating interracially, is geared towards I don't want you dating blacks. You can date anybody but them, basically. That's the mindset. And it's not all, but this is the mindset that people who think like this have. Yeah. People who don't like their women dating black men, they don't mind them dating anybody else. Obviously, they preferably want to date just them, stick within the race. But if you're gonna go anywhere, then go to white at least. I'll feel better. That's the mindset these men have. Yeah. I refer to them as incels because it's a very I don't get these women anyway kind of thing. And it's mainly men that don't get the women they're crying about anyway will be the ones that are crying the most about what their women are choosing to do. And they think that they're helping. They think that they're helping their own race by saying, "Oh well, you're not wifey material if you go to Afro Nation, mate." Like all you're doing now for the free promo, all you're doing now is pushing them even further towards us. You know what I mean? This is why interracial dating is so prevalent because people have been crying about it. When people cry about it and you try and stigmatize a race, curiosity kicks in. You know what I mean? And with curiosity, you know, in this instance, you might get a Punjabi girl that might come across a black man and she'll be like, "Oh, it's not what everybody's saying that they are." Bam, there you go. Now she's in love with a black man now as a Punjabi woman, for example. But let's just get into it. Let's just play the clip. I won't hold you for too long. So let's talk about this. I'm sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats. Let's talk about it. So let's share the screen. Oops. Let's share the screen. I haven't watched the whole clip. I've just come to find it. And now I've found it. Let's play it. Let's watch it together, guys.
Punjabi girls who went to Afro Nation, if you genuinely think that they're going to be wifey, you've lost the plot. If you think that girl who went to Afro Nation, that Punjabi kudi, is going to make sure you're rooting her around, you think that she's going to be there teaching your kids sport, she's going to be trying to get close to the guru, you've lost the plot. You've genuinely lost the plot. Imagine.
You can hear the insecurities kicking in, can't you, guys?
I've seen him do it.
Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Yeah, man don't talk about Glastonbury, though, do they? They won't talk about no Caucasian events. Talk about if you go there, mate. They ain't talking about that. See, what's going through people like this' heads is interracial porn. I'm just going to call it a spade. A spade.
That is crazy. And we already know what type of dal she likes. Yeah, we're gonna be at Carnival this year. We're gonna see these species there this year as well. We're gonna interview them. I know we're gonna get into trouble, but it's gonna be very funny to rage for these ladies. But Yeah, if you think she's wifey, then yeah, you need a knock on your head, mate. Punjabi girl.
So man's gonna go to the carnival, yeah. He's gonna go to the carnival, and he's gonna do some interviewing. He even said himself, "I might get in trouble, but I'm still gonna do it." Yeah. People know who you are now. People have seen your face. People have seen your insecurities. People have seen you out here crying. Because Punjabi women go to Afro Nation, but you're turning up to the carnival, aren't you? Yeah. That insecurity is too loud. You know what I mean? The volume needs turning down, my G. Man's that pressed, and you think that a video uploaded to TikTok is going to make these Punjabi women like, okay, maybe I won't go to Afro Nation. No, it's going to do the opposite. See, one thing people like this don't understand about women is you can't make videos thinking you're going to change them. You can't. It's not happening. You're not going to change them. If anything, you're going to do the opposite of what you want to do, of what you want happening. Yeah. As I said, free promo. You're now pushing these women towards us. Yeah. Historically, men that have cried about their women dating black men or whatever, what it's done is it's pushed them towards us. When all you could have done was kept your insecurity in check and just kept it moving, but no, you had to let the cat out of the barrel, didn't you? Yeah, you had to. Yeah, now it's all released now. It's all released like a virus. Yeah, hard to contain now. Now all you're gonna do is cry about, oh well, these women are contaminated, the mud sharks or whatever it is you want to call them. And another thing about women that people like this don't understand as well is when they see weakness in a man, that's exactly where they're going to attack. Yeah, that's exactly where they're going to attack. Now they know. Now they know what gets you. Now they know what makes you tick. So yeah, are there any one of you to piss off your Punjabi women now? Now that this is out, try look, try get on the wrong side of your Punjabi woman. Yeah, try and get on the wrong side and see now she doesn't see this and think to herself, oh, I'll just go and get me a black man. Then I'll go Canva, I'll go Afro Nation, I'll go to any events where I know that they'll be, because I know it's going to piss you off. Yeah, because now some of us will get used as a weapon against your insecurity. Yeah, so let's have a look at the comments on this. Someone put while having braids, by the way. So they're hating on the braids of said Punjabi women. Then I'm so happy men are actually not putting up this behavior. Well, let's see how far it gets you. You know what I mean? Because let's put it this way: if you want to say no to your Punjabi women, guess who's going to say yes? I'm just calling a spade a spade. Which behavior? The behavior of femininity. Dreads are Indian, left from house off, search all this evidence. Yeah, I can't be answering that. Just loud and proud. This guy's hair is clearly braided, which is inspired by black people. Well, yeah, you could make up, could you? So the Punjabi man, does making your attendance at Notting Hill Carnival mean you are husband material too? Gotcha, bitch. Selective badness. Racism speaking out loud. Hair braided, by the way. Big up the Punjabi baddies. People love to blaze and they display their insecurities on the internet. Y'all just self-snitch. Yeah? You know what I mean? We'll criticize women for self-snitching. Yeah? The men do it too. Y'all are self-snitching out here. Yeah? Y'all insecure men out here. Self-snitching on yourself. Now you've told the world what makes you tick the wrong way. You got a whole shape up and braids, okay. Oh, I know this one is racist. Don't worry, mate. She's in good hands. Well, you'll still end up marrying him. This is the thing. You know what I mean? They'll end up marrying him and just won't know that she's dabbled in the darkness. Yeah, because there's plenty of guys doing it. You know what I mean? Now we know. Watch in a few years' time, you're gonna get a string of Punjabi women, Asian women, yeah, talking about every time I go on dates with Asian men, they keep asking me, have there been more black guys, mate? Watch. This is so racially coded. Do better. Boys who are posting TikToks are not ready to get married. Well,
selective badness.
So a Punjabi woman who enjoys Afrobeats is less than. It's a music festival, so I need to know what you're insinuating. Now what he's saying is he feels insecure because what he sees, yeah, what this potential incel sees who can't get the Punjabi women that he's on about, that he's crying about, no doubt, yeah. What he's crying about, what he envisions is Punjabi women, the most attractive ones of Punjabi women, yeah, going to the Afro nation, yeah, seeing these big, tall, buff, handsome black men, and she just can't help herself. That she's just gonna want to try them all, and then he's got in IR prawn in his head, and it's driving him nuts. That's what's going on. That's how man like this thing, yeah. So by the time she's done at Afro Nations, yeah, she's been stretched out. That's how they think. Ones that think like this, ones that have this problem. Because it is, again, he's not talking about Glastonbury, none of that. I've never seen not one video, yeah, of anybody saying if your woman's going to Glastonbury, then this, that, and the other, then she's not white. I've never seen that. I've never seen it. You know what I mean? He likes men, and that's all right. Bear in mind, some of these girls can generally cook and clean perfectly. They just don't have parents who project their traditional childhood traumas on their kids. I'll lay back and let the kids be. All on the floor laughing. These racists never heard of West Indies. They'll be in tears if they were to go to the West Indies and see, you know, the women that look like their own that are with men that look like me. This feels so anti-black and bizarre. You see, you have to watch, because there's people, he'll have black friends, yeah, and he'll say to them, "Oh, I've got nothing against you." It's like, okay, let them date one of your women then. Now let's see how much of the black friends you have are really your friends now, or how much you see them as friends. You know what I mean? Genuinely, our sisters, oh my God. And the thing is, the insecurities he has about Punjabi women, yeah, the obsession he thinks some might have with us, his obsession is more. He has a higher obsession. People like this, men like this, you see women. I don't have much female following on this channel, so any of us that come in and see this, that you're right here, right now, listen to me when I say this. Yeah, men who cry like this about black men dating you, yeah, they are more obsessed with us than you will ever be. It don't matter how much you like us, don't matter how attracted to us you are, you will not outdo the obsession that these kind of men have with us. You will not outdo it. You will not. Tell me, you won't. Even if you tried. Yeah? The only thing you'll have over him is, you know, you're giving a sexual contact. But even then, you can't rule out he might not want some of that. You never know. you just never know. Can't rule anything out these days, can you? Well, I will marry a Punjabi girl. Now what?
Selective badness.
Guys make videos to hide their pain. Now, how are you laughing through the pain? I'm sorry, wait. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? We've seen that. Do it. You know what I mean? Man's laughing hard through that pain, thinking, you know, trust me, he cried himself to sleep. Yeah? He probably cried himself to sleep. This is weird. Why does a woman wanting to go out and have to imply she's a whore? A girl can't go out and have fun once in a while. God help us. Well, having fun is all right. It's just that if it's to do with black people, that's where the line's drawn. Unfortunately, Alexis, that's where the line's drawn. What we have to say, new flash filming, those girls be going. This is what I mean. You ain't stopping your Punjabi women from doing nothing. You ain't doing it. That's why you're online crying about it. Yeah. So let me just go on to this guy. Yeah. Now he has done a reply to that. So, and his video is a bit longer. He says Asian girls who go to Notting Hill Carnival and Afro Nation are not ready to be wifed. So let's see.
The fuck is this asshole?
Listen, he says what he.
Oh man, I gotta get this. Oops.
Oh yeah, I was watching a TikTok video by this Asian brother called Hazy or Hazy. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But listen, he says what he says, and I agree with it. Asian girls who go to Afro Nation or Carnival are not ready to be wifed. It is what it is.
Oh dear.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
They're not ready to be wifed. Oh dear. And like I said, what we know what their assumptions is they're going to be whores. Okay, let's listen.
They are not ready to be wifed. It's not a racial thing. I don't know why people. I've got a lot of.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I didn't even. It's not a racial thing. Okay, let's go back. Let me just.
Black.
I can't rewind this, can I? Oh wait, hold on. All right.
It is what it is. It is not. They are not ready to be wifed. It's not a racial thing. I don't know why people. I've got a lot of black friends, right? I called one of my bedrooms that I've known for 26 years. I was like, is this a mad thing to say? Because I don't think it is. And
then you're going to have to explain in detail why specifically Asian girls that go to Notting Hill Carnival and Afro Nation. Because why we talk about Glastonbury? See, if this is the thing. This is what I mean about people like this. Yeah, people like this annoy me. Yeah. When they try and say, oh, it's not about race, I've got black friends. But then when you see what they're talking about, it's fixated on black people. But they'll say, it's nothing to do with colour. Talk about Glastonbury then. What about Asian girls that go there? What about Asian girls that go to events dominated by Caucasians? Talk about that then. You're fixating on Notting Hill Carnival and Afro Nation. Then you want to sit there in your car talking about how it's got nothing to do with colour, I've got black friends. That I find that more insulting than being called an N-word. I'm straight up. When people say that, I am more offended by that than being called an N-word. I would rather you just call me an N-word because I know what you're trying to do then. I know you're trying to get on the wrong side of me. You're trying to piss me off. You're trying to do whatever. Yeah, I know what you're trying to do already. It's in the name. It's in the word. Yeah, but when you do this, that pisses me off. Yeah, that offends me more than that. And anyways, let's get back into it.
The way we see it, right, is you tried, I'm a big believer of like culture and, religion should go with, you should go with what you are kind of thing. It doesn't work out when you don't, right? So when I see an Asian girl try to go to like a whole different culture, a whole different religion of people, and then when you hit like your 35s as as you usually do. You try swing back, you try come back. It's like, no, that's not running. That's not running. It's the same thing with.
Now the thing is, right? On that note, what he said there about they'll do all this and they'll do all that, and then when they get older, they'll 35, whatever, they'll start coming back. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying with that. Yeah. I don't disagree with that part of what he's saying there. Yeah. But my thing is this: you are fixating on Asian girls who go to black events, basically. You won't talk about Glastonbury unless you're going to mention it. There's only a bit of this video left. Yeah. Your only problem is Asian girls mixing with black men. That's your only problem. But you're going to sit there and say it's got nothing to do with color, nothing. I've got black friends. You don't mind your women mixing with Caucasians. Yeah, you don't mind it. Yeah. This is why you walk out your house now. Yeah. If you're going to see an Asian woman dating outside her race, it's most likely going to be a Caucasian man. Most likely. It's rare, depending on where you are, maybe, but it's rare, at least over here in England, it's rare that you're going to see a black man with an Asian woman. It's not that common. It's not that common. And it's more stigmatized than if she was with a white man. It's just how it is. But people like this are going to try and gaslight and say, oh, it's nothing to do cool. I've got black friends. But then all they're talking about is Asian girls going to events where black men are. You couldn't make it up.
Stop it. Get some help.
I got a few black friends, right? And they go white things for various reasons in their opinion. But my black friends that are girls, they're like, no, you shouldn't do it. They start hating on the white girl. It's the same thing. I don't really see it as a racial thing. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think. But I ain't wifing no Asian girl that's been to Afro Nation or busted it down in Carnival. Are you crazy? Oh yeah, I was watching a TikTok.
You see, the thing is, that's the end of that video. Yeah. On a general scale, yeah, of not wanting you woman, you don't want not wanting your women going to the carnival, yeah, because you see what goes on there, and if they're busting it down, then whatever, yeah, you don't see his wife here. It's like cool, innit? The point is you're fixating on carnival and Afro Nation. You're not talking about Glastonbury. You won't mind if they went Glastonbury. That's the thing. That's the problem I have here. Yeah, that's the problem that any black person that has a problem with these videos, that's the problem we have. You're not talking about Glastonbury or anything like that. When people are all sorts of drugs, doing all sorts out there. Yeah? Man out showering for days and turning up there with a stank self. Yeah? I'm not seeing videos talk about if Asian girls go there, mate, it's a write off. I don't see that. But if she did, you wouldn't mind it. You know what I mean? Fam, the insecurities is quite loud. Yeah? And all you man are doing now is you're just going to push them women. The women that you are saying you wouldn't wife, all you're doing is pushing them towards us. Yeah? The more you keep crying, the more you're out here with emotional damage. Crying. The more you're doing that, you know what I mean? And the more it's going to be a thing where they start heading towards us because, well, they're seeing that this is how some of y'all think. You know what I mean? They see the weakness. You know what I mean? It's one thing not wanting your women to date outside the race. Yeah. But we know that, not wanting your women to date outside the race basically means I don't want you dating black. It's basically what it means. It's basically what it means. I don't want you touching blacks. Yeah. Where the race that a woman would be demonized the most for going with regardless of what race she is outside of being black. So if she's Chinese or whatever, yeah. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, the insecurities was loud, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. It just is what it is. You ain't gonna stop them. You can't stop them. Yeah. Hurry up and get a Punjabi wife, Asian wife of your own, if you don't have one already. Hurry up and nail yours so that yours doesn't need, would never need to go out there. Yeah. And then live your life, innit? But it'd be interesting if you was to go to the carnival and you see Asian girls, you see them with black men. What are you gonna do about it? That's what I want to know. What are you gonna do? Cry on the internet? Are you gonna confront them? That's what I want to know. If you see Asian women, yeah, even ones you might know, at the carnival, and she's with a black man, what are you gonna do about it? Ain't gonna do nothing.
No.
That's my only guess. Anyways, guys, like, share, hype, subscribe to the channel for all the socials. The link is in the description below. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.